Hello Internet, Seth Skorkowski, and today we're going to be doing a box opening. What we have here is the new Conan RPG from Modiphius Entertainment. And what had happened is last year for Free RPG Day, I picked up a copy of their Conan Quick Start in the Pit of Cthulhu. Had a lot of fun with it. There was a huge success. We did a review of it. I'll stick the review links down at the end of this video. And it made a really big impression on us. So currently what's going on in our campaign is we're winding down to the end of our Pulp Cthulhu campaign. I'm thinking that's going to be done the next 2, maybe 3 months if something unforeseen happens. And after that's done, like, what do we want to do? I figured it might be fun to have a little bit of a palate cleanser before we go on to one of the other Call of Cthulhu campaigns we want to try out. So we're looking at different fantasy settings, and Conan was a huge hit. I was really excited with it, so I figured, hey, let's go ahead, pick this up, and let's give this a spin for a little bit. So it'll be a few months before we play it. I do plan on reviewing it once we do play it, but it'll still be a few months before I start giving it a full test spin. But for the time being, we got the books in, so let's cut this open and see what we got. Here is the normal just adventure book. Nice cover by Brom, which first became familiar with when we did the Dark Sun way back in the day. So and this book is pretty damn big. What do we got here? Lovely art. How many pages is this? I guess I'm going to say 450. I'm not even seeing. Okay, so we got 410 here. So 410 plus some. Binding is good. Looks like we got a little ribbon here. I always like that. I've loved the fact that a lot of newer RPGs like this and new Call of Cthulhu by Chaosium have these nice little ribbons that they do. It's kind of fun. So I've looked through the PDF of this book so far, and it looks beautifully laid out. My only concern is it is rather huge. So we've got 410, probably about 10 more pages after that. So you got about 420 page book. And character creation is one spot that I'm kind of looking forward to, but it's kind of long. We've got so page 13 through 55. That's how long character creation is, which is kind of an in-depth, a really cool system. We're actually kind of building the history for your character, and as you build the history for your character, it kind of adds to your skills and your talents and everything like that. But it is kind of long. I'm pretty sure after a while we'll get used to it, but at first it's kind of like when we did I guess when we started Cyberpunk the first few times. It took a little bit for us to get used to it. Then after a while we didn't think much of it, and it was all simple, and we kind of started wondering what we thought the big deal was. But for the time being, when we're looking at character creation, it seems just a little in depth. But long book. The character sheets are sideways, which is kind of weird. I don't know. I've played for almost 30 years, and I've just gotten used to a character sheet is this way. They decided to go the other way. Just one little thing that just kind of makes me wince, going, well, that doesn't feel right, but no, there's nothing wrong with it. And if that does seem to work better, which with the one character that I have made so far, it does, but it is a bit awkward at first. They've got a sample adventure in here, The Vultures of Shem. I do appreciate them having a nice sample adventure. And get a look at the art. But so we've got that, and then I mentioned before there is the free RPG Day adventure that they did, the Pit of Cthulhu. They also have another free quick start adventure called To Race the Thunder. So essentially, you could pick this book up, and with this book and the 2 free quick starts, you'd have 3 adventures before you went out and had to buy anything, which is kind of nice. So for the adventure, we've got kind of like different character profiles that we have. Once again, look at that. I don't know who that guy is, but he looks awesome. And then different monsters and cool stuff. So he's kind of like holding that one guy back, all like, wait, I'll take this from here. So, once again, a lot of art. I do judge a role-playing system by its art. So I do appreciate the fact that they crammed a lot of pictures in here. Because those help inspire different things. As both a player and a game master, those help inspire. So I really do appreciate that. Now, there is a player's guide that Modiphius has made. And from what I read, I haven't seen it, it is just a very edited down version of the core book. And so it does cost quite a bit less, but it's just the player's part, they said. They said there's no new information in it that isn't already in the core book. Maybe that would work, I don't know. I haven't checked it out. The way I look at this right now is it's got so much information. I would just recommend my players all pick up the core book. So, but I don't know what all was edited down. I don't know how useful that other book is. But that is out there for any groups that want to try this out. So we have a little bit on sorcery here. And sorcery in the Conan game is a bit dark. It's a little bit more like Robert E. Howard's stories. So there's like some sacrifice. I think there's actually like rules on human sacrifice in here. Oh, here it is. Look at that. So, you know, in case you need to try some human sacrifice, here we go. This is the type of rule that back in the 80s when we used to do the Satanic Panic, that would have caused conniption fits if they had seen human sacrifice rules. Could you imagine the old Dark Dungeon chick track? Oh, they would have had a field day with that. But thankfully, those days are far behind us. And everybody, I think, seems to understand that this is just something we do for fun and imagination. So a lot of great weapons. Now, one of the things that is kind of interesting with the game is the lands of Robert E. Howard's Conan are very important. So, like, one of the first things you do when you're building a character is you determine what lands that you come from, and a little bit about that. So there's a large section that I flipped through in the back that's just over all the different lands. But from what I hear, they are looking at doing kind of a more generic version of this, what's called the 2-die-20 system. And so where it could be applied to different worlds. I don't know how far away that is and if they are doing it. But it is kind of a cool system. I also did pick up a copy or a set of the new dice from Q Workshop that have the different symbols and whatnot on it. Because normally on different dice sets that actually have little symbols on it, I don't like that. But with this system, you actually kind of, it's helpful to have them. You don't have to have them, but it's kind of helpful. They use this little griffin glyph to represent 6-sided dice. So it is I figured it might be kind of fun just to try out the cute workshop dice and see what we could do with that. And then when we do skills and talent strength character creation, looks like we do these little trees. So like you start with thief, and then as you gain skill points, you can go to like master thief, and then or easy money or underworld lore, and kind of expand from there. And each one has their own tree when you look at the character sheet. So it's kind of neat. Look forward to checking this book out. Seems well made. It's beautiful color, beautiful maps. It weighs a good amount. So that is that. So that's just a cover. We've got the Brom screen, all blowed up, huge. This thing it's real thick. It's as thick as their hardbacks. A lot of information in here. We'll have to see how useful it is. A lot of Game Master screeds, I discover that after a little bit, I don't really use the information in them. I'm mostly going by a series of post-it notes and mostly just using the GM screen to kind of cover up my working area. And this also comes with this little booklet. So it's got some different kind of NPC hit points charts. We used to call fast, dirty, and expendables back when we did a cyberpunk, and you have a lot of just different NPC characters on one page. So that's probably a useful page. I do find it unfortunate that they didn't send me a PDF of the Game Master's Toolkit when I purchased the GM screen. So everything else they sent me PDFs of right away, but except for that, which means those nice, fast, dirty, and expendable pages, who knows? Now this is Jeweled Thrones of the Earth, and this is a kind of a module collection of just some different adventures that we could try out. Looks like we've got a ribbon here as well. Awesome. Seeing beautiful art. So look forward to going through some of these, see if any of them work. We got a lot of bugs here, kind of like the Mummy. So, Eve's going through some. So yeah, I can dig through this, hopefully find something. He was making some witty comment to that thing right there, like, stick around, or something equally cheesy. At least I hope he is. I'd be horribly disappointed if he wasn't. I have no idea what he said to her, but she seems to be a bit aghast. So beautiful art, absolutely beautiful art. That was one thing I am probably convinced me to go ahead and pick this game up after the quick start. I was so impressed with the quality of the art. I think that kind of says a lot about the pride that they put into their game. So what we've got, how many adventures? I want to say we have 5 adventures in this book. So it looks like we have 7, and then what they call this, Seeds of Glory, which is just some ideas that you could use for other games. So it's kind of a neat little book. I figured I'd pick it up. They had it on sale. So, and it's 141 pages. So I got 7 adventures, 20 pages each. So, but that is the Jeweled Thrones of the Earth. And of course, a Conan main book. And finally, the Conan Game Master screen. So that is it. Have a great day.